and Papa were strict disciplinarians.
Yes,
no,
sure.
Nana and Papa have no rules.
I know. That's
Yeah.
funny. They're the fun ones.
And they
yeah,
love
yeah.
that.
Yeah, they do.
They love that.
And it's nice, too. I do think it's just good. It's healthy for the parents and the grandparents, just like on their side. And we're talking a lot about parents and grandparents, but my brother and sister are
Yeah.
here. Their cousins are here. Everybody's here.
Yeah. My sister
yes.
is not here.
No.
Right?
No. And that's trickier,
And that's a
because the kids
bummer.
are older, but
Yeah.
they have great relationships with their cousins.
Yeah. Welcome to this week's
Great,
episode of
let's do
Teaching
it.
Keating. Take one.
Take one.
Yeah.
Only one needed.
Super interested in your answer to today's question.
This is gonna annoy me.
What do we got here?
Just getting fuzz off of you.
Okay, great. Thanks.
Sorry.
Sorry.
There we go.
Just being groomed
We're
by a
good.
Zoom monkey over here.
We're good. It was going to annoy me. I was going to be distracted by it the whole time. It's funny. We were at church the other day, and our priest did the same thing. He was like, "There's a weird thing." He's like in the middle of conversation, homily,
Yeah.
talking to everyone. There's a weird thing up here. It's like Velcro. I keep getting. Can I rip it off? Like asking everyone else. I'll just leave it. It was very funny. It was bird walk. Anyway, that with me.
My favorite
Same
is
thing.
when Molly's like, "Oh, there's a hair on your neck," and then she pulls on. And she's like, "Oh, that's attached."
Okay, sorry.
Always feels good.
I don't always do it, but yes, zoo monkey-ish.
You did it earlier today.
Okay, I'm sorry. Speaking of family,
Welcome to
Great.
our podcast. I'm Weston. This is Molly. She's the Zoom monkey.
Okay.
And I'm apparently a
No,
filthy ape who
no.
is covered in grubs and ticks and
not at
needs
all.
things pulled
Not
off
at
me all
all.
the time.
Transitioning to, should we raise people around our family?
Should
Our
we
kids
should
are
we raise people?
yeah, the people
Yes,
that we
the people that we
bear.
that you I mean you did most of the work
I did.
there.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah. You baked the cake and I'd loaned you a cup of sugar.
Thank you
Yeah.
very much.
That's
Great analogy, metaphor,
That's just-
whatever.
yeah.
Really funny.
Yeah, is it important to raise your kids around your family?
So we talked about this because we were both raised. Well, this has come up on multiple occasions, but we've
I was
actually
not raised
exactly
around any of my extended family.
It's come up on multiple occasions because when we moved to Colorado, my family is here,
Yes.
obviously, but I think it was a transition for you, and it's stuff that we've talked about in the past in our marriage, but we've never podcasted about it. I don't think.
It was a big time transition because
so
I
it was
grew
a
up.
transition.
Our
Yeah.
family was our family. We were our little group of five,
Right.
and we weren't raised around any of our extended family.
Well, because your parents moved and they just weren't in the same
Yeah,
state, and they're
yeah.
just like, life. It happens.
Like they moved for job stuff, and in
Right.
fairness, like their family was spread all over the place. Like so, it wasn't. It wasn't like their extended family was living in one central
Sure.
location, and then they just up and decided to
Right.
leave. They were all kind of spread out.
Yes.
But is still
An
probably
adjustment.
an adjustment to get used to like being around so many family members.
Yes.
I remember this so vividly.
I have no idea what you're going to say.
We were in our old house. Our kids were very, very little, and I had come back from the gym, and I walked into our home.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
And your
Another
aunt
story.
and
Yeah.
your cousin, both of those ladies were sitting at our kitchen table, eating food out of our fridge. You were not home, and
Sounds about right.
I walked into the house. I was like, "Hey guys."
Yeah.
They're like, "Hey, we're just waiting for Molly." And I was like,
Familial boundaries.
I was like, okay. And I had to I was on a time crunch. Like I had to jump
Yeah.
in the shower and I had to
Yeah.
get somewhere. And I was like, okay. And that was like, our house was so small.
It was
We
teeny.
had one bathroom
Yeah.
and it was very close to where the kitchen was. And there was no way to
Yeah.
walk between our bedroom and the bathroom
Yeah.
without being exposed to the kitchen area.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, well, I'm going to take a shower and then I got to run out. And they're like, okay.
Yeah. Do what you got to do. Let's keep waiting.
That was such a foreign experience for me.
Yeah.
Of just like
A lot
what?
of pop buys. We
No-
talk about this a lot.
Number
a lot
one,
of pop buys.
why are you in my house? Like number two, like what's
happening?
Why I've made it clear I have to get in the shower, which is right here, and you're right here.
Yeah.
And it was so weird.
It
for
is
me.
different if you have not, if everyone out there will understand, like if you marry into a large family, which mine is, and everyone is still in the general vicinity geographically, like you're gonna see people all the time.
Yeah.
And both sides of my family is in the state.
Yeah.
Like my parents both sides. So my dad's side is here, my mom's side is here. We see, variations of versions of everybody at any given time, but everyone's still here.
Yeah.
So we see people a lot. And when we were first married, we needed a little bit more support. The kids were little, we were both working, and so we saw everyone a real lot. And I think that was a interesting transition for you.
Yes.
That you just explained. I mean, it's a lot to get used to the point of the fact that, like, when we were buying a new house after that small house, because we needed more space, quickly growing out of it, you had said, like, we were very different in our expectations of, like, what kind of home we wanted to buy.
Yes.
And this directly relates because you were like, I love open concepts. Everything, everybody all in one space. And I was like, you have no idea what the hell you're talking about.
Yeah.
All I have been around is people my whole life. We've said this on multiple occasions, like, a Thanksgiving of 35 is small, like, that's bare minimums. Of, like, and that's like every holiday. Granted, it kind of has changed now that we have more in-laws and my siblings are trading off and we're trading off theoretically, and all, everybody's going every which way, but there's still tons of people all the time because we're all in the state.
Yes.
And so it's a real dance, and you wanted open concept, and I was like, this is my worst nightmare.
And
there's just like people in my face.
You were right.
Well, it's because my whole life had been like, there's people everywhere all the time.
Having segmented spaces in our house has been great.
We split the difference, and we found something that works for us, and it's great. But my own baggage and my own experience with that was like, I have to have divided rooms. There needs to be an escape at some point because we're going to have people around all the time.
Yeah.
And you didn't get that.
I didn't get it.
You were like, why? Everyone, one giant room. Everyone in one giant room all the time. And I was like, that's never going to work for anyone.
Yeah.
At all.
And you were right.
Okay.
And there you go.
I don't mean to be right.
I said it twice.
Yeah, thanks. But I mean, okay, so let's go through it. Like, pros of...
Here's
Sure.
what I will say, and then
Okay.
we'll go through kind of like pros and cons.
Sure.
I will say, and what's interesting is, like, my parents have also moved to Colorado,
Yes.
and I have come to love that everyone's close.
I love it too.
I love it.
And I hope that they love it. I think they love it. I mean, they go back and forth a lot just because they have to. But I would hope that everybody loves it. It's really nice. And you were very reticent about it, I'll have to say. When your parents said they were moving here, you were like, I mean, I'm excited for them. He was like, but I don't know how that's going to go. I've never lived around family. Per your previous, conversation, like, nobody grew up around each other.
It wasn't that. How do I say this? It wasn't that I wasn't, like, excited or I was nervous or reticent about them moving to Colorado.
Yeah.
I was worried about the balancing act of, like, your family's around so much, and then my family being around. I was just like, I was a little bit fearful of, like, oh my gosh, how are we gonna manage all this around?
Everybody's always around.
And
there's no managing.
No.
Everybody's invited to everything.
But
everybody's around all the time.
What is really great, because people don't live far away.
No.
Like, people are around, and then they retreat back to their homes at night, which is great.
I actually even think it's better. We've talked about this a lot, because I think your reticence in having family around when people move to your house, because ultimately we have the same opinion about this, which is, like, it's good to raise your kids around extended family.
100% agree.
It just is.
100. If it's
No matter
an option for you,
Sure.
it's awesome.
Yeah, and no matter whatever, and we're not talking about the relationship piece, because, news flash, everybody has baggage.
Yeah.
No one's family is perfect. There's nothing that's going to be perfect about any person's one family.
Yep.
But if your kids have exposure to their grandparents and to their cousins and to their aunts and uncles and it's just better. It's better. I do think kids need to be raised in community and more than just their parents.
Yes.
Not everybody has that luxury, and I understand.
Huge pro.
But it's a pro. So
Huge
anyway,
pro.
So
raising your kids in community, huge pro.
Your family.
Especially when the kids were little.
Sure.
Having help.
Yeah.
Huge pro.
Yeah, just
like
support.
My parents still today, have been so helpful. My dad was at our house putting. So
Did the closets.
I'm not a handyman per se.
Per se.
But like, our kids, like, their closets,
They're just getting bigger.
They
They're
still have their
growing
little
out of their
kid
stuff.
closets.
Yeah.
And my dad came to the house and redid both of the kids' closets.
Yeah, he did.
It's like that, like,
Put
stuff.
in the organizational systems and all the things.
Like, stuff like that is just like,
helpful.
oh my gosh, like, thank you so much.
And
like,
they
that's
know
so
your schedule,
helpful.
because you're not home.
Yeah.
It's a busy time of year.
Yeah.
You're on the road. It's not that you wouldn't do it or have lack of time
Yeah.
to do it. You just, so little things like that
being
is
able,
really good.
Being able
Yes.
when the kids were little to call my
Sure.
mom and say like, hey, do you want to watch the kids so Molly can have a
Yeah.
date and I can have a date night?
Great.
And 99.9% of the time, the answer was like, of
Yeah,
course
no
we
problem.
do.
We'll have
of
a
course we.
sleepover. Yeah.
That was
Yes.
awesome and super helpful.
And our parents were and we've said this before, like our parents were in different life stages so mine weren't retired, yours were earlier. So they, were able to help out a little bit more, but mine still now are able to drop in here and there. My dad a lot, like we'll watch the dogs when we're gone or
also super helpful.
Super helpful. Just like it's nice to have family around, but it's not a huge burden. Like
Yeah.
I don't feel bad asking, but even more so, I'm happy to have them around. Sorry, go ahead. But there's so many pros.
Mm-hmm.
So even though there's cons and there's going to be a takeaway, so give me your pros.
I love that our children have real deal relationships.
Yeah, great.
With their grandparents, their aunts and uncles. Like I love that.
Which is something I had.
I had distance relationships.
Sure.
With grandparents and aunts and uncles, which is like
still great.
You go there
Any
and it's great, or they come and they visit and it's great, but it's a real visitor relationship.
Yeah, it's not,
you don't really know
them.
who they are.
Sure. Yeah.
But like our kids know our grandparent, like their grandparents really well.
Yeah, great
they
grandparents.
They have their own relationships with them, separate of the relationships that you and I have, especially with our parents
it's really healthy.
as their children.
Yeah.
And I love that.
I do too.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love, like I give my dad a hard time about this all the time. Like I love that both of our children know a very different version of my dad than I did as a kid.
Yeah.
Like my dad's, and that's not his.
That's all grandparents.
But that's not his fault. Like he worked
Sure.
alternating 12s, like
Sure.
days and nights. Like I don't think the dude slept for like 30 years.
Yeah.
And it's just like, oh, Papa, like Papa's the nicest, warmest, most
Yeah.
loving guy
He
ever.
really is. He's great.
And I was just like, yes,
for
that is.
anything.
I was like, yes, that is true. And
Sure.
right, like.
But you don't have to give them the and. That's what's great about having extended family.
Exactly.
It's like your relationship with your parent is different than your kids' relationship with your parent. And that's true for my parents too. Like my dad is, we've talked about this, like he's mellowed immensely. It's funny. I was like, who is that guy?
Yeah.
He'll have like little, just like pictures here and there, just like little shots of how he used to be, like get irritated about something like that. But that wasn't at all like our childhood. Like my kids have like the best version of both my parents.
Totally.
For sure.
And
that's great. I want them to have that. I feel like I had the best version of my grandparents.
Yeah. Our children have no idea that, like, hey, Nana and Papa were strict disciplinarians. Like, Nana and Papa have no rules.
I know. It's funny. They're the fun ones.
And they love that.
Yeah, they do.
They love that.
And it's nice, too. I do think it's just good. It's healthy for the parents and the grandparents, just like on their side. And we're talking a lot about parents and grandparents, but my brother and sister are here. Their cousins are here. Everybody's here.
Yeah. My sister is not here.
No.
Right?
No. And that's trickier, because the kids are older, but they have great relationships with their cousins.
Yeah, the beautiful thing is, like, even though my sister and my brother-in-law are not here, they're in South Dakota, like, their boys are the exact same age as our kids.
And they text each other.
And they text each other. They have
They really like each other.
I think maybe their closest relationships,
probably for sure,
that exist in all of our extended family are with those two boys.
Yeah,
or with
not
Mason and
probably,
Baylor.
for sure.
For sure.
They're the same age. They're going through the same stuff at the same time.
For sure.
My siblings' kids are much younger, which is great. That's another again, another pro. Having kids of all ages in the house at all times, that's really good experience, allowing them that space to sort of like figure out how are littles, how are babies, how are toddlers, how are kids who are not my same age, how do I interact with them? What do I do? How do I play? Like all those things are really high gradient, really important human interaction stuff that can only come from just like practice of being around other kids your cousins and your family. Go ahead.
Would you think Everybody Loves Raymond style? Would you live? So here's what's nice too. Like we have proximity to our families,
we do.
But not. It's not next door neighbor. Like next door neighbor. Everybody Loves Raymond.
Yes.
Like my parents are about 25, 30 minutes away.
Yes.
Your folks are about 45 minutes to an hour away.
Yes.
Would you live next door?
So I did. You know that I grew up
as a kid. I know you did.
Yes,
but I'm talking.
I lived Everybody Loves Raymond. That was my whole childhood. We lived down the street from my dad's
wild
parents.
To me. Wild.
We were both on Villa Circle. We literally could walk down.
Yes.
My parents now.
Yeah.
I don't think my parents would live near us. They're going to laugh at that because they both listen to this.
You're right.
I don't think they would.
And in fairness, we're a lot.
We are a lot.
Yeah.
Well, and we're never home.
Yeah.
You know, especially not just like the season that we're in right now. Like we're coming and going. The kids have their own lives. They have their own stuff. You know, Everett's driving. They're doing all the, you know, everybody has their own thing. Like we're just in a season where we're just not even around a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, we live 5 minutes from my grandma, and I never see her because of the season too. And I love that. I mean, I love her. I would like to see her more. It's just like we are always going. And that's okay. That's not going to be for forever. So I like it. I like living close to my brother. He lives like 10 minutes away.
Yeah.
5-ish, 10, depending on who's driving.
If he's driving, it's 10. If I'm driving, it's 5.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But I like it. I like them that close.
Yeah.
I like if he needs something, I can probably, like when your dad was here, he was, you know, do you have an extra battery for this drill? No, we don't. But you know who does? My brother. He has all the tools. Let me run over and get one. You know, just easy stuff, you know, or if I need to go watch the kids for a little bit or go help with pickup or anything. I mean, they don't ask for that, but if they did, it's nice. It's just nice to have people around.
Yeah.
And it's good for your kids. So tell me, what do you think like are the top, I don't know, you don't have to do 3, but like what are the top things that like being around family gives our children that we can't give them?
I'll say 3 things.
Okay.
Number 1 is support.
Sure.
Right? Like they're super supportive. Number 2 is what we talked about. Real deal, authentic relationships that are separate from our relationships that we have with all of them. And then number 3 is just connection.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah.
Connection to the lineage of our family.
Yeah.
Which I get is a thing that as 14 and 16-year-olds, like they probably don't value now, but they'll get to a place where they will.
Yeah.
Where it's just like, hey,
where are your people from?
They understand, like, where, like, who are your people? Where are they from? Like, they understand sort of like they can look back on the Kishniks and they can see it backwards. They can look back on the Slacks and they can see it backwards. And I think that's really good.
Right.
I think that's really good.
Yeah.
Okay, let's play a fun round.
Okay.
Of he said, she said.
Okay.
That may either. Sorry, hold on. Before we do, are your top 3 different than my top 3?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know if I have 3. I think the only one that was different was like perspective. So sort of being in your own little small little immediate family unit sometimes only gives you the perspective of your parents and the siblings. And I think having perspective of your aunts and uncles and your cousins and your grandparents and just people outside of your parents is healthy. Yeah. I'll just say that for my own experience and for my own children currently, you know, both of my children are close to their aunts and uncles in different ways and to their grandparents in different ways, but it's really beneficial to them. Yeah. You know, we're, like you just said, we're a lot. And so we are. And so having us as parents, I can't imagine is easy. And so just like having a little respite and having
a nice
space,
little buffer.
Yeah, having space to like talk to people who raised us or talk to people who grew up with us or just different perspective is invaluable for our kids. And I think it helps them understand us better. You know, it's hard to understand your parents when they're raising you. Yeah. And so I think just giving is helpful. And then I also think you said the support, but I would say more so just like identity. You know, you talked about who their people are, but I think having them have a more well-rounded identity of sort of like not just belief systems, but sort of like what we're about and why we're raising them the way we are. And what, you know, it's not just like mom and dad said this because, you know, like there's some good reasoning behind it. And I think sometimes when you're around your family, it's a more holistic understanding, even if it's dysfunctional, which everybody is, we're all dysfunctional, you know, a holistic view of your familial beliefs and just identity, why you're being raised the way that you are, and it makes you feel like not so alone. Yeah. You know, you're not isolated.
Agreed.
Yeah, those are my 2.
Okay, let's play a round. Let's play a round of he said, she said. Matt, I'd like you to ask all of these questions, please.
All the questions.
And here's what's interesting.
Are we not answering like this?
Are we just we are. We are. But I think this is one of those things where like, if you're watching, like you don't know our families, like you may not enjoy this so much. But go ahead, like
answer for your own family.
Play and answer these questions for your own family with whoever you're sitting there with.
Yes. That'll be fun.
I think that'll be fun. I think
hope it'll be fun.
I think our families will likely be interested to see what our answers are to some of these questions.
Great.
All right, let's get it.
Cool. I'm going to start with which grandparent spoils the kids the most?
Okay. Easy.
Which grandparent spoils the kids the most? Easy. Go.
Your
Nana,
mom.
my mom. Yep, 100%. Nana spoils the kids the most.
Nana.
And I'll tell you this, like when she sees this, she will wear this like a badge of honor.
Yeah.
She will wear this like a badge of honor. Yeah.
Sometimes I think Fred's a close second, but it's fits and starts. It's like stuff that he wants. So it's like, oh, do they need new golf clubs?
Yeah.
Sure, no problem. Let me just go.
If it's an interest that he has that they also share, like they're gonna get spoiled there.
It's
not. My mom
she's
is
across
like,
the board.
like I'll spoil them in every possible scenario.
She's just more a little bit tuned in. Not that my dad's tuned out, but my dad wouldn't know like, oh, Shar needs, I don't know, like something from school.
Yeah.
You know, like he would probably know to ask, but like he's not intuitive enough to be like, oh, she could get this like specific thing. Where I feel like your mom's like very.
And your dad will just come over with the thing.
Yes.
Like my mom loves the whole process from start to finish. She loves the hey, let me take the kids. They have their budget. Let's go buy the thing. Hey, let's bring it home. Let's see how happy they are with that thing. And then let's wait for mom and dad to get home and see how wildly upset that they are about the thing.
It's very experiential. Yeah. It's good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Here we go.
All right, I have two that are related to each other.
Great.
Who is most likely to start a game at a family gathering?
Okay. Who is most likely to start a game at a family gathering? I also think this one is easy.
Okay. 3, 2, 1.
Show. Everett.
Oh my
yes.
gosh, we both answered at the
100%.
exact same time.
100%.
That's great.
Yes.
Because I thought, I know exactly who this is, but I don't know if we're going to say who it is.
Yeah.
Our son.
Yes.
Loves a good game.
And then,
any game. And then he likes to win the game, which is why he's going to start the game.
And then he and his mom are most likely to get pissed when they aren't winning the game. Yes.
We played a game that he started a couple weeks ago, and I talked trash because I thought it was going to go one way. It ended up not going that way at all, and I had to catch myself with my naughty language in front of my son, and he was like, Mom. I mean, I didn't say anything. I was just like, wow, this is really going somewhere. And but then he laughed because he knew he had gotten me and he won.
Yep.
Neither one of us like losing. It's probably from my side of the family, but he really takes it to another level. Okay. He's our game starter and finisher usually.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the other end of that, so I don't think you can even write this down if it's the same. Okay. Which family member is the most competitive in games?
I mean, are you?
I have a different answer. Oh, you think it's you?
Maybe it's not.
The funny thing is, no, I think it's my dad.
Okay, great.
My dad.
I'm pretty competitive. Yeah.
You're really competitive.
Yeah.
My dad is, and the only reason I think about this, because when I think about like Keachnik-Bickle Olympics, that we used to do almost every single winter, like whenever there was a competition, like my dad, my dad, I think almost killed my mom one year.
What?
On those hay bales, remember?
Oh yeah, the hay bales were really bad.
The hay bales,
that was terrifying. That was really scary.
And my mom fell off. No. And his first response was to yell at her, "Get up! We're being timed."
Which, if you've ever been around a hay bale, like they're not small.
No.
And they're hay, so theoretically, like you'd think they're soft, but they're actually not. They're like prickly. It was the wintertime. They're like cold and like very, and they're huge.
Yeah.
Like they're really tall. So like you can't. It sounds like a kind of like low grading activity. It actually wasn't at all. We probably shouldn't have been up there, but
Big Phil is so competitive and still thinks
really
he has the body and endurance of like a 17-year-old, and he's going to get after it.
We all are 17 in our brain. It's okay.
Boy, are we.
Great.
Yeah. Okay. You're a close second, by the way.
Thank you. Yeah.
All right. Who stirs the pot the most?
Who stirs the pot the most? Easy answer.
Hold on.
Who stirs the pot the most? And
3, 2, 1.
Easy.
Oh, we're really aligned on all these. That's my youngest sister.
Yes, stirs the pot.
My only sister, but also the youngest.
And loves it.
You know, she's been a shit stirrer since she was a child. Yeah. So it's not new.
Yeah.
But she really, I think she would agree with this. I think she's probably mellowed as she's gotten older. And I think she's sort of getting it back now because she has 2 little boys who also are the same.
Yes.
One more than the other. And so I think a lot of that she's sort of seeing back.
Yeah.
She doesn't intentionally always do it, but she's not, that's just sort of her nature. She's always sort of stirred the pot. She always has, always will.
I love that you said she doesn't intentionally always do it.
I mean,
for sure she does. And right now, her voice is probably super high. Like,
no, it's not. I don't know. But she doesn't talk like that.
Okay.
But anyway, my sister. Easy.
Who in your family is always the last to leave a gathering?
Who in your family is always the last to leave a gathering?
Okay. 3, 2, 1. Yep.
Yep.
We're crushing this. That's why, if you didn't see the answer, it's Mark, my brother, which is why we're laughing. Because these are really easy questions.
Oh.
In fairness, he's a party hound.
Yes.
He likes a good hang.
Yes.
And, it's a perfect example. He came over the other night. His wife and sons are visiting her family who live out of state, not here. And so he was like, can I come over and watch the game? We said, sure.
Yeah.
And then it was a
weeknight.
We both went to bed, and he was still hanging. And we asked our son, like, hey, what time did Uncle Marky leave? And he was like, I don't know, like probably like 11:30. He just likes a good hang.
11:45. He does
He
love
likes
a good hang. He loves a good
He's
hang.
a fun guy.
He's also,
I like him around all the time. I love him.
He's also a night owl.
Yeah,
and
he
we
is a
aren't.
night owl.
Yeah. So when the sun
True.
goes down,
Yeah.
he turns up.
Yeah, that's when he gets.
Yeah.
He starts to turn it up.
For sure. We're crushing
I
this,
know
by the
we
way.
are. Totally aligned.
Who tells the same story every holiday?
Oh.
This is
Who
funny.
tells the same story
But-
every holiday?
Yeah.
Bam.
This is my dad. I don't know if they're going to appreciate this. We're answering a lot of my family and none of yours. I guess we did ask your dad, though.
My mom and my
your
dad.
mom. Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Good, yeah.
Yeah.
I maybe just the last 3 have been my family. But
Fred.
everybody has their role, you know?
Yes.
So it is what it is. Yeah, my dad likes to tell the same story over and over again.
Over and over
You know
and
what's
over.
interesting, too? Sorry, Dad, because I know you listen to this, but even like when we say like, hey, I remember you saying that. I remember you telling us that.
He'll finish.
He keeps going on. He knows that he's told it before, but he just wants to reiterate. By the way,
He knows.
maybe you've heard it, but I want to tell it again.
He knows.
Like, doesn't
And-
stop him.
And in
doesn't
fairness,
stop him at all.
and in fairness
Yeah.
to your dad, this is really a Slack family trait.
Yeah, we all do like to hold court.
Yes, your mom does it too.
She does.
Every Christmas time,
Yeah.
Feliz Navidad will come on, and within 12 seconds, I will hear either your mom or your dad talk. Like, hey,
About the dog.
Did you know that we had a dog? His name was Feliz. Her name was Feliz. Feliz Navidad, and they'll laugh like it's the first time we've heard it.
It's funny. In fairness, I was talking to my sister the other day, and I told her a story, and I said, have you already told me this? She's like, yeah, I heard it. I was like, gosh, dang it. I am turning into mom.
You love a story repeat.
I can't help it.
You love a story repeat.
It's familial, as we said.
I think we're 100%
Anyway.
on these so
Okay,
far.
let's go.
Yeah.
We're crushing this, Matt. Let's keep going.
Yeah.
All right, I got 2 more.
Great.
Okay. Who is first to get on the dance floor at weddings?
Oh.
Show.
Yep. Always.
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 I am-
Usually with a tie off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, here's the
Not at his own,
The
I
que-
mean, but only if you could have. I
the
think we
question
would've, but
isn't
yeah.
who's the best dancer, because that's 100%
No.
not me.
Yeah.
But first person on the dance floor will
Always
always be
you.
me.
Yeah, yeah.
I love a good wedding.
Yeah.
I love to dance.
You do.
And I will dance from start to finish.
And we all like to dance too.
I love
We
it.
all participate.
I love it.
We're not
Yeah.
wallflowers when it comes to fun
Okay.
stuff. Like we participate.
Last
all
one.
right,
Here we go.
You would be like winning money today if this was a real game show.
Seriously.
This is the
Yeah.
most
We'd be
aligned I've
winning
ever seen.
millions.
Yeah, we'd be dominating. Also, every other round of He Said, She Said we've played has been the exact opposite of this.
Yes.
Which
Yeah.
is funny.
Yeah.
Who is the fun aunt or uncle?
Ooh. Okay, I think we're going to have different answers on this, and I don't think it's because we're going to disagree. I just think we probably have multiple.
And who's the fun aunt or uncle? 3, 2, 1,
Go ahead.
show. Oh my God.
We did it! We even did it in the same order.
Yes.
We won $1 million. We won
That
the prize.
was-
That's great.
Yeah,
So
for sure.
here's the thing. Uncle Mark is very fun. So is
Yes.
Uncle Eddie. So is Uncle B. It's just that they're,
They're
the
aunts.
dudes, and they're out there working and doing all the things that uncles do, where their aunts are sort of like very clued in and
Yeah.
always just about fun.
And genuinely
Yeah.
interested
Yeah.
in everything
Yeah.
they're interested
Always paying
in.
attention. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're
Our-
just both really good.
Our
Yep.
sisters for
Yeah.
sure. For
Yeah.
sure.
And it's hard too because, well, my sister, it's not a leg up, and it's not one of the things. She just didn't have kids. Obviously we said your sister's kids are the exact same age, so she was kind of already dialed in because our kids are the same age, and so she was just in and knew what was happening with kids that are our age. My sister is just a really fun aunt,
Yeah.
and so she would always just like pay attention or like be about what the kids are about
and had proximity to them at a time when she didn't have kids. Like,
so it was able to really like sort of give them a lot of attention really early on. It's actually given me a lot of anxiety as an aunt to sort of maintain and also do the same things. It's hard. My kids were little, but now that I have all my nephews, it's something that's sort of at the forefront of my brain. Is like, I do want to honor them and sort of be as present and do what I can.
I know. We're failing miserably.
I know we are. I'm not doing good, but they did
they
did set a really high bar, which is great. Again, loving on our kids. Kids around their families. It's good.
Ending on a high note of 100%.
We've never scored that ever.
Wow. Okay.
That's pretty good.
That'll do it for this week's episode of Teaching Keating. As always, you can find us anywhere you get podcasts. You can find me this week. I believe I am in Chicago and somewhere else.
Okay.
Molly, where can we find you?
Probably in the neighborhood doing stuff around the hood because it's turning to fall time.
Yeah.
And so they have like hay rides and
Colorado,
we do a lot of big Halloween stuff around. So, just like doing all the prep for the fun season transition to come. It's really great.
All right. We'll catch you on next week's episode of Teaching Keating. Be well.
Great.